example now, suppose now if I have 1 upon, instead of 2 root 3, I have 2 plus root 3. Now, in this case, what do you think? Should I take root 3 upon root 3? Let's try. If I take only root 3 upon root 3 as earlier we saw, I will get root 3 upon 1 into root 3 root 3. Root 3 times 2 plus root 3, which would give me root 3 upon 2 root 3 plus root 3 into 3. We've landed there only. Root is not gone in the denominator. That means this is not the way of doing it. When we have an addition or a subtraction between the numbers in the denominator, when I have 1 upon 2 plus root 3, I will take the conjugate. What is the word? Conjugate of the denominator. And what is the conjugate? It means if I have 2 plus root 3, its conjugate would be only changing the middle sign. I am not concerned about the sign in of the first number. I am concerned only about the sign of the second number. Right? So what will be the conjugate of this denominator? 2 minus root 3. And do you know why we are doing it? Because now if you look at these two numbers, this bracket and 2 minus root 3, it is a plus b, a minus b, which gives me a square minus b square. So even if I have a root, because of the square, the root will go away. That is why when we have plus or minus, we will take the conjugate. Right? Let's see the question. It was 1 upon 2 plus root 3. So in this case, what I'm going to do? I'm going to multiply and divide both by the conjugate. What is the conjugate? We just saw of 2 plus root 3. It is 2 minus root 3 in the numerator, 2 minus root 3 in the denominator, and let's put a bracket. Right? So this would be 1 into the numerator bracket, which is 2 minus root 3. In the denominator, I have 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3. Now this in the denominator, 1 multiplied by this, any number is the same number. A plus b, a minus b gives me a square minus b square. See, a plus b into a minus b gives us a square minus b square. So 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3 would give me what? Yes, 2 square minus root 3 the whole square. So that is what I'm going to write here. 2 square minus root 3 the whole square. Numerator remains the same, 2 minus root 3. Denominator becomes 2 square. 2 2s are 4 minus square and root cancels, so 3. So I have 2 minus root 3 upon 4 minus 3, 1, which is directly 2 minus root 3. I hope this is clear. I hope you will remember that when we have two terms in the denominator separated by a positive sign or a negative sign, and one of them or both of them could be under the root. For example, I have root 2 plus root 3. Here both the numbers are under root. If I have root of 2 into 3 or root of 2 plus 3, they both are under the same root. Are you getting? So this is different. Let's take one more example. Now suppose if I have 1 upon 7 plus 3 root 2. Yes, very good. Most of you have really quick understanding of the topic. Tell me, we will multiply with what? Yes, definitely the conjugate of the denominator. What is the conjugate of this denominator? 7 minus 3 root 2. Same number in the denominator. Right? So this will be 1 into anything in the numerator remains the same. And this would be a plus b, a minus b. So 7 square minus 3 root 2 the whole square. Am I clear? So this would give me, numerator does not change because it is simple, nothing to simplify. In the denominator, 7 square is 49 minus. Now if you look at 3 root 2 the whole square, it is nothing but 3 root 2 into 3 root 2. 3 3s are 9. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. Or root 2 into root 2, root 4, and square root of 4 is 2. So this turns out to be 18. Right? So this becomes 7 minus 3 root 2. 49 minus 18 is 31. So this is your answer. I hope conjugates are clear with you. Right? So if you look into your exercise 1.5, you can solve question number 5, which is rationalize the denominator. Right? You can solve that. Right? Okay. The next topic for the day would be